Most guitars have 6 strings. Some have 4 strings, like is in bass guitars, some have 5, and some acoustic guitars even have 12 strings. But the most common type is the acoustic guitar or lead guitar, and they have 6 strings. On our chart here we have 6 vertical lines representing strings. Okay, and the horizontal ones represent fret bars. So let's have a look at how notes are written in a particular chord sheet, like example what is on the left here. We have the chord of A. Now a chord is a combination of notes played together. We have, similar to the alphabet, we have A, B, C, D, which is the alpha. Similarly, in music it's the same. We have notes, and we also have chords, which is 2 or 3 notes played together, just like that. So it could represent a chord. So now we understand this. Okay, so let's move on to our first chord. If we have a look at the chord sheet, now this is our chord sheet. This is how chords are written. So at the top we have our 6 strings: E, A, D, G, B, E. The bass strings are on the left side, the treble strings on the right side. Okay, so let's have a look at the diagram on our right now. We have the same chord shape, A. Let's just start off a simple chord shape and working out where our fingers are within the chart. Okay, so if we see the chart, we have the strings. We have the first string, second string, third string, fourth string, fifth string, sixth string. So we have E, B, G, D, A, and finally E. So then we have our fret bars. You will notice the chord of A is written like with 3 dots. We have a dot on the B string, we have a dot on the G string, and we have a dot on the D string. Okay, these are where we actually put our fingers. So sometimes it doesn't tell us which fingers we need to use though. This is down to preference and also the particular key that you may be playing in, to find it much easier go from one chord to another chord. Personally, I use my pinky, ring finger and middle finger, and I took the index finger away, so I just use these 3 fingers. So the next part is to almost, it takes a little bit of practice, is to put them in a line. Okay, it takes a bit of work. Put all your fingers in a line. Okay, so they're all in a line. And then with my guitar, I start from my pinky to go on the 2nd fret, 2nd string, the next one directly above it, the 2nd fret again, but the 3rd string with my ring finger, my middle finger directly above it on the 4th string. What we're going to have to do is learn to press quite hard on these strings. So what happens is if you can see, what happens is the sound and the note generates from this part on the fret bar. Okay, and then I put my thumb almost just behind in the middle of that where my fingers are. So then I can press down quite hard. It takes a bit of time to get used to by pressing your fingers down. What you can do as an exercise is just take your fingers off. Imagine those 3 fingers like all glued together and then you can put your fingers back on the strings, take them off, put them back on, 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 strum down, take them off, put them back on, strum down, take them off, strum down, and you shouldn't get any buzzing at all. Okay, we'll do that again. So our 3 fingers, take it off, put them back on, take them off, put them back on, take them off. If you do that a couple of times, we get used to the shape and where our fingers are. So this is a combination of how chords are written in our chart and also our fingering positions on our guitar here. Try to maneuver your fingers roughly about halfway in the middle of the string to almost 3/4 closer to the fret bar, but not on the fret bar. Okay, so we're looking at maybe from there to about there. So if I was going to form a chord, I would roughly go from halfway closer to the fret bar, but not on the fret bar. You get a nice clean note. You put your fingers nearer the fret bar. Well, let's move on now and let's discover a few more chords and what we can work with, and we'll go from there. Well, thank you very much for joining me and watching.